back on the air. Our Vasco's internet completely crashed out, and he was hosting the race. So I am now hosting the race and waiting for Vasco to join, and there he is.
Hello, everybody.
All right, man. All right.
I'm assuming we're live now.
We are live now. Now, I need to change the grid order, but for some reason it's not letting me, so I think I have to enter the course to do that.
No, to change the grid, I believe it's because it is...
Oh, I got to change the event settings first. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. First place was...
Oh, look who just showed up, Winkle. He gets
Lucky.
to show up for the race. Lucky guy.
All right, he gets to start in P8 then. All right. Number 2 was Hyperio. Number 3 was Cupcake, and then Piano. And after Piano was Joe, Rusty, and Spider. So
and then after Spider, once he joins, sorry, he's not in your... It doesn't matter, he will automatically go last.
Yep. So I've got the, and now he just joined up, so let me just make sure he showed up in the right grid order.
He's in 8th.
Yep, he's in 8th now, so I got, let me read my list. Well, let's see, I can see Dragon is 1st, 2nd is Hyperio, Cupcake is 3rd, Piano is 4th, 5th and 6th is Joe and Rusty, Spider Team, and Winkle. Perfect. So, lucky him.
I hope Winkle didn't think the race started at 9 p.m.
I hope not.
Yeah, because...
all right.
He just left out.
Yeah, he did.
It's almost like the gods wanted us to restart.
All right, well, let's start this race. Oh, let me tell them that we're going to start it. Crap, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons today.
Starting soon. No, I already mentioned that it's going to be a red flag start. Winkle starts last.
Okay.
And I just put starting soon. So, you can...
All right, so here it goes. Let me go up to race settings and start this puppy. All right, we are live, by the way. So, everybody out there is watching me try to figure this all out. Let's see how this next one works out.
Yeah, now we don't have a Canadian hosting the race, so probably won't crash.
There we go. That'll be good. All right, everybody, welcome back. After a little red flag mishap after a few laps, we're going to have to start this race all over.
It will be full distance, correct?
It will be full distance, yes. This will probably delay the start of our next race, but we'll go from there. So, now Hyperio got the start on this last one, so let's just see how this goes. There we go.
Oh, Hyperio gets another good start.
He does.
He takes the inside line. He's in a good position there in 2nd place.
Yes, he is. All right, let's see how...
And Cupcake can be outside. Squeezing Hyperio. Cupcake got an amazing run into 1st place. Look at that.
Look at him go. All right. Oh, my camera's all messed up. There we go. Okay.
Single file from starting from 1st place. We got Cupcake in 1st, Hyperio 2nd, Dragon 3rd, 4th, Joey, Rusty in 5th. Piano now in 5th, gets ahead of Rusty in 6th, Spider Team, and then Winkle. Hyperio's made a move on Cupcake. Cupcake gets the inside line into the...
And he gets it right back, but Hyperio's right there. Oh, they bump a little bit. Okay,
yeah, no,
okay.
Hyperio has the inside line for this corner and the next corner after this one. Oh, and
but he did. He slammed the door on him, didn't he?
He's like, if you're not going by, you're not getting that inside line. I want it. And in that tussle, Dragon Eagle actually got by into 2nd place. And Piano's
making a move.
Ooh, Renault on Renault.
Oh, and Hyperio punts Piano off and hits him. Does he wait? Is Hyperio waiting? He's not. He just...
He's not. It looks like the reason why Hyperio hit him was because of the contact between Renault against Renault.
We might have to go back and look at that one.
Yes. But what happened was Piano got in deep, got into the side of Dragon Eagle, and he bounced back in front of Hyperio. We're gonna have to verify the replay, but that was my understanding. I could be wrong.
Well, I guess we'll see how it goes, right? Well, the nice thing is the race is not over. They got 18 laps to recover from this. There's going to be some pit stops along the way, so...
Yeah, there's really nothing to be too worried about, even if something did happen. There's enough time to rectify it and to still finish on the podium for Piano.
Yep. All right, so it looks like we've got Cupcake up in first. He's got about 1 second on Dragon Eagle, who's right behind him. We got Hyperio. Then we got Rusty. Oh, look, the two Mercedes are getting together.
Alpha sandwich.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got an alpha sandwich between the two Mercedes.
Yep. So would that be a Mercedes sandwich? I don't know. I don't know how it works.
The filling is the sandwich, right?
So far, so clean.
Last place, and he is doing clean. Cupcake is now looks like now the race leader, but I think Hyperio is probably just going to let that rubber scruff off that first layer of rubber and see how it goes. Let's put all that information up here.
All right, so just keeping an eye on the top 3 guys here. And see, Rusty's in 4th. He's looking pretty smooth too.
Yeah, being chased by Joey and Winkle and Piano. So that's what the third group or second group.
Yeah, the second group.
Hyperio was by himself in no man's land.
Yep. And then Spider Team's by himself. So there's really only 3 groups: first, last, and everybody else.
That is racing.
Although Cupcake's only about a half a second on Dragon. Dragon's closing the door there. I think he's in his slipstream, so he can climb up to him a little easier.
Yeah, I saw Dragon. Dragon was putting a lot of laps all week this week, preparing for this race. So I think he's got a couple possible race strategies. Depending on how the wind blows, he might pull out a card or two. So right now he might be following. He might just see what the division leader has in store for him, and he might adapt later. Hyperio is now starting to push a little bit. He's starting to use up a little bit of that overtake. He doesn't want them to get too far ahead. He's about 3 seconds behind Dragon Eagle, and Joey is now leading that second pack, if you will, and Rusty is right in behind him.
Yes, he's right there. All of these guys have the boost working for him. Joey's got the boost. He's far enough back that he should be getting some of it. And if everybody tucks in behind him, he can carry them all the way there.
Yeah, let's watch this the onboard of Winkle as Winkle gets around Rusty, and he's about to go try to see if Rusty can put a move on him.
Let's see. It looks like Rusty is right behind him. I'm following Rusty right now. We're on his back cam. He's right on Winkle's tail.
Yeah, beautifully.
Down into second gear. Slowest corner on the track.
Wide. Oh.
Yep, there he goes.
Gets in the grass. He didn't want to get Egan on the throttle, otherwise he would have came all the way around. So smart move on him to just be a little patient.
Now Winkle didn't slouch off. He's right back there. He's biting, and he's coming right up on him. He's right there, just waiting for Rusty to make a mistake. So, yeah, that's looking. He is right there, Team Mercedes.
Spread out now. Yeah, and in first place, Cupcake has a 1.5 second lead over Dragon. Dragon's about 2 seconds, but hovering between the 2.5 on Hyperio. Hyperio's got a 5 second lead over Joey. And then we have that group of the 2 Mercedes behind Joey and Piano, trying to see if there's any issues between the teammates. He's there ready to pounce.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh no, it's in the wall.
Let's watch that again.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. What happened there? I think he just...
Was there any contact, or was it just him getting a little too...
I didn't go back far enough. Let's see if I can get back far enough there.
Everything's pretty settled, so you got some time to do that.
So he's right behind them. He just went straight. He didn't turn.
That's unfortunate because he's been practicing that corner all day. Yeah, I know he's been carrying loads of speed to that corner.
Mike, well, he is racing with motion control. He's not on a wheel or using the stick. He is using motion control, and for everybody knows, he has Tourette's, and so maybe he had a tick, and it just threw his controller sideways. Who knows?
Who knows? You what, he's definitely the fastest Tourette's player I've ever raced.
Yes, definitely. Well, I'll tell you what, it won't take him long to get back up. We're only 4 laps into an 18-lap race, so he's got plenty of time to catch back up. Meanwhile, up front, Dragon has closed the gap. He's down to under a second behind Cupcake.
Yeah, and Hyperio has been using that boost sparingly, and he's now also on the tail of Dragon. There's about a 2-second gap between first and third.
Yep.
And still a 5-second gap between third and fourth, which is Joey leading that pack. Actually, he's by himself. He's got a 5-second between Hyperio and Joey is 4 seconds ahead of Winkle.
Yeah, he's all by himself.
Yeah, so it looks like now, if you look at the map, we have about 3 groups, essentially, and then you have Joey and No Man's Land now.
Yep, it looks like the 2 Mercedes are just driving together. I'm going to guess that these guys are fuel saving. I mean, it just makes sense. They're going to work together, stay in each other's slipstream.
We're going to have to go to Hyperion and try to look at 13 seconds back. Something happened. I went into that quick turn before that hairpin, and he was just...
Oh, I already caught him when he was going around. Let me see if I can get back a little further.
Joey moves up into third place because of that.
All I got him is spinning.
So he must have touched grass, or you know what happened? He probably got 2 wheels over the curb. The bottom of his car, he might have his suspension way too low, and he caught the curbing and it just spun him right around.
Yep. Well, that puts Joey in third.
Yeah, and everything Hyperio did, now he's got to do it all over again.
Yep.
Hopefully he doesn't get too frustrated. I see that he actually has more tire wear in the front than Joey does. Meanwhile, Joey actually opted for a staggered compound. He's got racing softs in the front and racing super softs in the rear.
He just went off the track. Joey did. He just
too much of that grip.
He did. He is asking a little too much. Now,
it's almost a commentator's curse, if you will.
Yeah, no kidding. You know, Joey was in his shop today, just wrenching on that car. He had the pedals out of it.
There was a couple wrenches thrown at his crew. I can tell you what, they must have had that toe angle way too far out or something. But he was throwing wrenches everywhere. I didn't even want to go, and I said, "Chris, you go and deal with that one."
Yeah, he actually went into his car, yanked out all the pedals, and decided he was going to clean them all and rewire them out himself because he just didn't see that his team was doing it for him. So it looks like his tires are holding up better, so maybe that solved part of his braking problem.
Yeah, well, you know, he does have a history of Joey Gagg's garage, so...
Yes, he does.
Yeah, when you know how to do it, why pay somebody else to do it? I guess he's had to rebuild that brake pedal. I heard that brake pedal was always grabbing and was causing some wear issues, so... Currently, at the moment, he's got some good. His tire wear is not too bad.
He's holding off Hyperio, which is no small feat. That guy can wheel a car. So.
And here we are on lap 6. There are going to be probably some people pitting now. Maybe Cupcake, if he wants to have a short pit strategy, he might want to pit now. He'll have less fuel to fill up. And possibly Hyperio might pit. I mean. If I were him, I would pit now because last race, Chris, I don't know if I mentioned it because he did not go well. There was some miscommunication between him and his crew chief on the radio. They must have fell asleep because they forgot to tell him to fill up, and he not once but twice. Ran out of fuel.
Yep, that was pretty crazy.
He was in contention when he ran out of fuel the second time, didn't he?
He was. I think he was running in P3 at the time.
Yeah, and it was just so. It was definitely heartbreaking. I did not enjoy seeing that.
Yep. Okay, looks like Cupcake's pitting right now, and along with Dragon. So we'll take a look and see. New tires.
Yeah, Joey, currently at the moment, is he going to make a left? No, he's staying out there. He's staying out there for first place. Hyperio is also staying out there.
Well, Joey still has a quarter tank of fuel in there. More than Hyperio does. So Joey's probably got an extra lap of fuel over Hyperio.
More importantly, look at that tire wear that Joey has. It's amazingly lower compared. Last week today, actually, he probably would have pitted 3 times by now.
Yeah.
That's how much he's improved on the tire wear. I'm very happy to see this.
Hey, look who's in P3.
Look at that.
And he still has, yeah, but he still has like, between a quarter and a half a tank of gas. So he
is a maestro at saving fuel and tires. He is definitely one of the best in the RwB racing.
And then in 4th position, right behind him is Rusty, and he's got about the same amount of fuel. So now he's running softs, not super softs. So I'm sure it's hindering his lap times a little bit, but it's going to give him maybe a few more laps on those tires to help get some position up. Dragon's out of the pits. Go ahead.
Perhaps he was thinking he could just fill up fuel and no tires. We'll see what he does with that option.
Yep. So back in 5 and 6, Joey and Cupcake and Dragon, both on brand new tires, full tanks of gas.
Yeah, they got to work together to catch up to the leaders.
Piano pitted. Spider Team's probably due in here anytime. So let's see, Joey. Let's keep an eye on Joey here. He should pit now.
Right now. Along with Hyperio, they're both. I mean,
yep.
This is a long track.
Rusty's gonna assume P1 here. Okay, here goes Joey. And there goes Hyperio. Okay.
And it looks like Rusty also stays out there. So Team Mercedes take 1 and 2. They're going to be staying out there. I think they're going to put in another. I think they're going for a one-stop strategy, in my opinion. They've been fuel saving. Their tires aren't too bad. I mean, Winkles are definitely a lot better than Rusty's.
Yeah, Rusty's.
Winkle at the moment is using up some overtake to get some gap, to make a gap. But not too far behind Rusty. Look, it's Dragon Eagle.
Yeah, they're going to eat him up. I mean, Dragon and Cupcake have full tanks of fuel and brand spanking new tires. They're going to eat him up on some of these corners, and he's just going to have to let them go by. He knows they have fresher tires. Look at that. Whoa! Dragon Eagle goes too far.
That was a great move by Rusty. He closed the door. He said, "No, if you want to go around, you got to go outside." He was stubborn. He went inside, broke late, and he set that one.
I'm gonna go back to that replay and see.
Beautiful move. It was very clean, but beautifully done.
Nope, I missed it. Or did I? I did. So, gotta get these replays figured out.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens. Cupcake's gone around the outside on Rusty, and he's now taking 2nd place.
Yep. Now, Dragon is not going to be far behind. He's only a 2.5 seconds behind Rusty, and he's still got much better tires. Now, I see Rusty probably going 1 more lap, although he might be feeling those tires and decide it's time to put those things away. Winkle...
Yeah, that's a good observation.
I think Winkle, he's on softs, and is he going in? Nope, he stays out.
1 more lap.
All right.
I think I get his strategy. He's probably going to put on the next lap, and he's going to say, you know what?
Oh, Rusty stayed out.
Yeah, they are definitely on the same strategy. They're going to go for the one stop. They're going to stay out there. They're going to let them go into the pits. They know that they have to go into the pits one more time. And then they're probably going to try to make a big gap on that 2nd stint.
Yep.
See if it works.
It definitely looks like they're going to make this a one-stop for sure. But are they going to suffer these lap times? I mean, they're up front, but they're going to pit and they're going to be all the way at the back. And I don't know if there's enough time to catch them all. It'll be close. Okay, here goes Dragon on the outside. Goes a little wide. Not quite there yet. Not quite there yet.
Oh, it looks like there's no boost on. That's what's going on here. So some of these race strategies might be altered.
Really, the boost is gone?
The boost has been taken off. It might have been forgotten to be put in.
Ugh. That breaks my heart for all these guys.
Yeah, some of these race strategies were definitely with the boost. So I think Winkle and GT have a good shot here because these guys are gonna have to pit one more time.
Do you mind throwing something out on the chat for those guys and just letting them know that we made a mistake? We might have to do a makeup race for these guys because everybody was practicing using, understanding the boost and doing their pit strategies based on that. They probably all know it already by how spread out the pack is. All right, Winkle goes in. Tires and fuel. Mike expecting that here goes Rusty, so he's going in for tires and fuel as well. Okay. Man, this was not the night. Broken internet connections and forgetting to have boost on. Ah. All right, so let's see. Up front, Cupcake is about half a tank of fuel, 5-second lead. Dragon has got a 6-second lead, a little bit over half a tank of fuel. Joey's got almost 3/4 of a tank of fuel, and he's about 10 seconds behind the leader. Hyperion just stole 4th place from Winkle.
Mm-hmm. And now Winkle must be thinking to himself, reading those chat messages, and he must be thinking, oh, that's great, because my strategy works best when there is no boost.
Yep.
So let's see what happens. I mean, we're obviously going to have to figure something out. We told all the drivers and the teams that boost was going to be on, so this is definitely a clerical error. This is an error on our part. We did not catch this before we started the race by accident. We've had quite a night, but we might have to do something about this, or the results might stand. That's going to be up to, I guess, race direction later on. But at the moment, the racers are aware to continue racing. Do not stop. Leave it all out on the track.
Yep. So how interesting is that? And if you look, the fastest lap time is only a 1:50.8, which definitely tells us there's no boost on, because they would be in the mid 140s if that was the case.
Yeah, I think a lot of drivers, a lot of the faster drivers, I think they picked up on that real quick. I think Winkle and G8, the GT driver, I think they noticed that, which is why they are on this race strategy, because they would know that,
Yep.
there would have been a 48 by now, minimum by lap 3.
Yeah, they may have adjusted their pit strategy in the middle of the race.
Yeah, I think so, because we know for sure that Spider Team would have put in a fastest lap by now, simply because of how far back he is. But he's been running the lap times in the 2 minutes, so yeah, that's actually what kind of affected the event, because I noticed that Spider Team, I had to think, I'm like, either Spider Team is letting off the throttle or boost is not on.
I think we're going to have some disappointed drivers after this that have practiced and practiced, knowing that all their pit strategies were based on boosts, and yeah, race direction is definitely, and race direction being me and you.
Yeah,
we'll have to.
He's definitely gonna get a hearing. It's definitely an earful in a bit.
Oh,
I mean, in my opinion, now, don't get me wrong, I prefer races without boost. But there's one thing when there's no boost, there's another thing when there was supposed to be boost.
Correct.
And when a race was supposed to have boost, I feel completely guilty for this, because I should have definitely, we both should have checked, and unfortunately.
Well, what it was you had the room right, and then I didn't have your settings, and I opened up my default ones before I enabled boost, and I didn't check it to see if it was on.
Yeah,
so
no,
I take full responsibility for that.
It's as much my fault as yours. I tell you what, though, going forward, I definitely know I'm going to be adding that into the procedures just before I start the race.
Yeah, exactly.
Quickly check each other's settings just in case.
So there is not really anybody near each other except for Hyperio and Winkle. That's
Piano
the only
looks like
battle
he's
on the
gone in for
track.
his- Correct. Now it looks like Piano's gone in for his final pit strategy. And
Yep.
given by his lap times, it's very evident that Piano has definitely stepped up his game. He's had some pretty low 55 or low 50s, so he's got 51s, some 54s. He's occasionally made some mistakes, and it put him up into the 57s. So he's definitely
Winkle just took 4th place from Hyperio.
Oh, he is, but it looks like Hyperio's trying to get by him. He's getting a little squirrely on the gas, trying to get back that position, but Winkle held him off nicely. Winkle's slowly building his way up. It looks like Hyperio, if I'm not mistaken, does not have enough gas to finish the race.
It's gonna be...
It's going to be tight. I think what ended up happening was before I announced that there was no boost, I think he short fueled because he obviously was assuming boost was on.
Yeah.
Joey's going to have to go into the pits. If Joey is smart, he should go into the pits right now. So that way he has the fresher tires at the end of the race. Cupcake has just gone into the pit and followed in by Eagle. And Joey's going to stay out. Winkle's now in the best position. He should have enough fuel to finish the race, and all he has to worry about now is not making any mistakes and trying to catch Joey.
Yep.
Before Joey goes.
He's put about a second on Hyperio.
He has.
Now he has better
Hyperio
tires too.
Yeah, but I think Hyperio now is realized that he's gonna have to do something. He either has to fuel save or catch up to him into the slipstream and fuel save that way, because he has to go into the pit no matter what.
Yep.
He has only a quarter tank, so we'll see what his strategy is. He might want to pit, like I said, he might want to pit now to fight for that podium position. But this looks like it's Winkle's race to lose at this point. He's got the best strategy at the moment. He's got more than enough fuel. He's got more than enough tires. And he's in second place with the leader Joey having to at least pit one more time. But Cupcake is now in 4th place. He's only 7 seconds away from Hyperio, and Dragon's right in behind him. They both got the same amount of tires. They
both just pitted, so they
have exactly the amount of fuel they need for pushing fast laps. I think Winkle's gonna have to fuel save a little bit.
Now, neither one of these two have used any of their overtake. Cupcake and Dragon haven't used any of it.
No, and I don't know if any of them is aware of that, but if they're going to be fighting each other, it's going to be an exciting battle, because they're both equal in terms of everything at the moment.
Yep. Now Rusty's sitting back there in 6th place, 22 seconds behind.
Yeah, while his teammate takes the lead for 1st place.
Oh, look at that. Oh, he was on first. Oh, yeah, because Joey went in the pits, didn't he? There you go. Okay.
And he's putting a 3-second gap on Hyperio. Hyperio now is starting to get the pressure.
Here comes Cupcake over the hill, and he's got Dragon Eagle right behind him.
They're both putting in the 154, so they're carrying about the same pace. Meanwhile, Joey in 5th place, he just put in a 207. Oh, that was his lap. That was his out
lap. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yep, that was not showing on my timing screens.
But his lap before that was a 151, which was pretty great. And now he's on fresh tires.
He's been putting in a steady 52. He's been putting in a 52 race pace, which is really good. That's actually podium contention. So looks like he put in just enough fuel to finish the race. I hope he didn't have his fuel map on 2 or 3, because it will give you a false reading.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, before you get into the pits, the last 3 or 4 corners before going to the pits, you always want to have your you want to have your fuel mixture on 1, so your lap calculator adjusts.
All right, so Winkles.
He's about to go into the pit now, and he does. He goes into the pit. He's probably going to get some fresh tires and maybe put in about 3/4 of a tank worth of fuel. But Winkle, yes, as you were saying, is now got a 10-second gap between Cupcake, who just crossed the line in second with a 51.6. So he's pushing up the pace.
All right, well, let's see if we can't... I'm going to ride on board with Winkle right now in his... I'm trying to get into this cab view, but it's not letting me in there.
Yeah, they definitely made there's definitely a glitch now with Gran Turismo.
There we go. We're on board with Winkle, watching him turn some laps here.
Beautifully done. And not too far behind Winkle. Cupcake is still in second place, about 0.3 of a second ahead of Dragon. Dragon is 2 seconds ahead of Joey. Joey 9.5 seconds ahead of Hyperio. Hyperio 5 seconds ahead of Rusty, and Rusty GT 8.5 seconds ahead of Piano. Piano 44 seconds ahead of Spider, and Spider is 1 minute and 21 seconds down, going into the pit, down on first place. Winkle.
I'm riding on board with Dragon, just chasing him around the track to see. He's not far off of Cupcake. He's except
this lap he just
put in. He just went in the grass. That Joey just took third.
It's unfortunate because he actually put in the 2 fastest sectors in that last lap he put in. I believe he was just he put in the fastest lap he did with a 50.87.
Yep. Well, we got 3 laps to go. Everyone's just driving all. It looks like everybody's got the fuel to make. Oh, and Piano goes around.
Piano makes a little mistake. Unfortunate. While he was trying to chase back for 6th place, it looks like at the moment everybody is on the right, has about the right amount of fuel and tires. It looks like Winkle, with this 7-second gap, which is now slowly decreasing, because I believe, yeah, he's definitely fuel saving. He's definitely fuel saving. He's got 3 laps to go. So long as he doesn't in 3 laps, and he puts 2 seconds slower than
getting a little squirrely
else.
In that car.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of ship offline. He's getting the marbles, and it's just messing up his cornering. Now he's down to 6.5 seconds. Cupcake and Joey, or Cupcake rather, Team Alpha, is definitely pushing. They want to lock out that 1-2. Let's see if it happens. Oh, and Joey gets out. He got on the gas too early.
Oh no!
And he spun out, unfortunate.
Whoa! Oh, he's going backwards.
Backwards on track. You gotta be careful. That's a black flag offense. You cannot be driving backwards on track.
Yeah, Hyperio went right through him. Luckily, he was ghosted. Oh, he's following all the way back.
Oh, that is unfortunate. He must be heartbroken. He's kicking himself at the moment. He was in such a good position. Again, commentators curse. As soon as I start giving Joey some compliments, Joey, I swear to God, man, I love you. I don't do it on purpose.
Now, he's pretty much, unless he just gets out of the car, he's got plenty of time to make up. He's still got 17 seconds ahead of 7th place, so he's got a couple laps left. Winkle just pitted.
Yeah, he's going for quick new tires and fuel. I think he's.
And Cupcake just took first. Just took first.
Yeah, but Winkle's right there. Dragon Eagle is now approaching on Winkle. Winkle's happy with the podium. It seems like he's happy with the podium. He wants to push. He's got he does not have nearly as much overtake as I was hoping he would have.
Yeah, and he's got about 3-second gap to make up in 2 laps.
Little does he know that Cupcake has the pace and no overtake used.
Yep,
So,
I think this is Cupcake's race to lose now with what he's got going on.
well, we've seen it in the heat of the battle. You know, you get in the marbles, get on the gas a little too early, and it's easy to spin around. We've seen this many times with many players. Winkle's already close. He's closed the gap down to 2 seconds. That
Yep.
might have been a good strategy, and let's see if he can force him into a mistake of his own.
We're going
There
to
you
ride
go,
on
now
board with Winkle
close.
right now and see what it looks like to chase someone down.
Looks like Piano's crew chief has given him a little bit of encouragement. Doesn't want him to
Yep.
give up. He might have made a mistake somewhere. And we're on board with,
We're on board with Winkle right now.
yes, sorry, Winkle. I see that Mercedes car, and they don't have the name on the back of their cars like some of the other drivers, so
Yep.
sometimes it's hard to see, hard to tell which one's which.
Now he's just closed that gap to under a second on Cupcake.
And
But-
increase the gap to third to 7.5 seconds.
Well, when you have brand new tires and full tank of gas, but he has no overtake. Winkle's overtake is gone. Cupcake has all the overtake he wants, and he's not using it from what I can tell. Looking from Winkle's onboard, I don't see the blinky light, so Cupcake
No,
is just...
Cupcake is actually used it. He just used a little bit, but guess what? Winkle is in that perfect spot where now basically Cupcake is using the overtake for the both of them. Winkle got exactly where he needed to be. He's in the slipstream. He's forcing Cupcake to use his overtake, which means he's going to be going into the corners hotter, faster, and require a lot more brakes. Let's see if his tires can hold up.
Oh, he's right there. He is right
Winkle's
there.
holding
Winkle's
such a tight
pulling the
line. He's doing
serpentine.
which-
Oh, it's gonna happen here. Oh, he just pulled his fastest sector, Winkle did. Oh, Cupcake better just not make a mistake. And that was it. That was what it was.
But he's got the
Oh.
overtake. He's not going to finish there. Cupcake is still on the overtake. He's trying to get on the inside of him. These are both controller users over here, and Cupcake is going to get onto the inside.
Oh,
Hopefully
that was close.
clean. Very clean. Now Cupcake's feeling the pressure. He knows he needs to give everything he's got here. Oh, and it's not going to be into this corner. Perhaps up the hill.
Oh, Cupcake gets a little sideways. There's not a lot of time left.
There is not much left. That is for sure, Chris. And
3 more
once again,
corners.
It looks like he's feeling his tire wear now. Going into this corner here, he's gonna have to slow down a little bit more. He's using overtake. It might put him into a mistake because he's got to slow down.
Winkle has just enough gas. I mean, it is almost gone. I can barely tell he even has it there. But on the
Might
final
steal this at
turn,
the line. He's got this. Oh, when he gets onto the gas too early, and that was all it took. Had he waited, perhaps he would have had a chance. And Winkle takes race number 3.
Nice.
Cupcake second. Hyperio coming in for third, 18 seconds ahead of Rusty. The driver, Dragon Eagle, has left the room. What happened to Dragon Eagle? Hyperio comes third. Rusty is now using the overtake. He's gotten a penalty for
it's gone
sorry.
now. But Joey's right there with him. So any mistakes, and oh, there's Joey's mistake.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately. So we got Rusty in fourth. Fifth is Joey. I believe Dragon Eagle was in fourth place. Something had happened. He dropped out. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was his connection, which is a horrible time for that to happen. So unfortunately, he's gonna get the 8th place Dragon Eagle because he did put in laps.
Yep.
He showed up to the race, so he's gonna get the 8th place spot. And here comes Piano coming into the straight before the final corner, bringing her home. He's got 25 seconds to do so. He's got plenty of time. Use up that. He's got about 3/4 of overtake. He didn't use it at all. I think he was just, once he found out there was no boost, I think he kind of might have lost a little bit of hope.
And
now Spider.
is he gonna make it?
Spider is not going to make it. He probably is going to get to the apex though, and he rounds it out and race over.
Ah.
All right,
Well,
so we're gonna have to.
we're gonna close out our stream. Call this race not necessarily in the books, but the race has completed, and we will have to have race direction figure out what's going on there.
Yeah.
So thanks all for watching, and talk to you guys later.